Yeah.
Straight to the point. Bagus. Hi, welcome to Unfiltered, where we share with you our journey to making the first episode of the Bungsu story. This project was in collaboration with the Filterworks Productions for the creative core b.r.l's 2017 movie season. We bring to you behind the scenes as well as interviews from the people that made the project possible. If you haven't already, here's the teaser for the first episode.
Thanks for coming in. Special announcement today, you guys have a new student. What an order! First Brunei to ever get it.
Adi. My name's Adi.
You know, this torture genius act is getting old real fast.
What? No way.
My name is Awangku Muhammad Norazmi, and my role in the production was sound and lighting.
My name is Malik, and but my roles is during the shooting is sound and lighting. Sound and lighting.
My name is Joffrey, and I dealt with lighting and vlogging.
We're from Moment in Time.
So how did you guys manage to get involved with the project?
I was contacted by this person named Amali. He asked us to find crews for the shoot to help out with the shoots. Apa lagi?
We basically trying to help out to make this thing happen, and by contributing all the manpowers and stuff.
Just describe your role from day one until final day that you guys were involved.
Maybe you can describe about your vlogging.
I got the role of vlogging when the assistant producer came up to me and asked to do vlogging. So I was like, okay, because I got nothing to do.
My role was lighting and sound. I was doing both in a way because I felt that the producers and the directors should do their thing and we just handle the lighting. We do all the light movements and I handle the sound levels on the recorder. MnT also provide clapperboard and some lighting on certain sets.
So during my time doing the scene, I did mostly on sound instead of lighting. When it's my first time doing the scene where arah beach lah basically. So we did record all the sound di pantai and also the hutan. Even we took stock sound like footsteps that's one of the what I learned during that time, different sound that I can collect, like from the sand, from the footsteps from the sand, leaves, and also from the pantai itself, the pushing sound of the beach.
They call it folly.
Folly.
Yeah.
Does it make sense if I ask you guys how you guys prepared for the role?
Kalau in terms of previous experience, I guess from our previous experience from shooting many videos, it prepared us to provide support for the lighting and sound.
Perhaps you guys could elaborate on the challenges between balancing your main projects and this.
Because we get hired from paid projects and all that, so it's really hard for us to choose which project to prioritize, and obviously most of us choose to go for the paid ones, and sometimes ada masanya we can voluntarily go someone willing to learn juga. The struggles of lighting and sound, Actually, boleh senang. Tapi oleh kerana kita ni mau membiasakan role yang anda biasa, makes it payah lah. So macam tapi ada juga yang some crews ada yang very unfamiliar, so they don't know how to operate the recorder, and so I'm the only one who can operate the sound, macam mana operate the levels.
Yeah, I think that's the itulah kira not the cons for this project lah, but even though the interns that time is new about these things, and also at the same time we want the project to be as good and efficient as possible. That's one of our disadvantage lah. Macam ia juga kan ngajar juga dorang that time. Ia juga kan to make it more perfect, I guess, during the scene.
How is it working with the actors and the crews, and especially Asnel as the director?
Probably since we are invited for doing this project, is that we're not very familiar with the other crews as well. Macam in the biasa lah. So I guess if in the biasa macam that cooperation itu sama communication is less there. So guessing macam maybe bukan peluang ice breaking tu macam itu, it sounds satu bilang macam sekolah, but getting to know each other lah, session, something like that.
Being an intern at the production, it's quite interesting because you don't get to experience like filmmaking while you're being an intern, unless if you're in some major filming company. But it was very interesting. Like, it's basically the first time you get to experience filmmaking at its being the main part of it.
For sound, I guess apa namanya ta? As the sound recordist at that time, one of the shoot, and my colleague holding the boom pole, we had to communicate constantly to get very clean sound, because it will be awkward to hear some other sound in the video, although it's not appearing in the video. So I had to constantly signal him to move at certain places, and while I make sure that it does not go beyond about negative 12 dB, and to hear one of the minorest sound that I could hear, and I need to report it to Asnil or any of the producer at that time. And from there, I also communicated to the director. Oh yeah, and then we also need to communicate well with the video shooter, because the camera operators, we must not get into the shot, so we move to certain angles in the shots so we can get the best sound from it. We also need to get close to the sound source, but we must not get into the shot as well. So that's the balance that we need to get during the shooting, which is kind of interesting.
As for the one at the beach, what was the criterion you guys taking what was kamu punya objective or motivation to record the sound, and what were the challenges?
At first, what to bilang, we're not sure what to record during that time. Tapi with the help of the directors and producers they asked macam give instruction so that it is easier for us what to do during that time. So baguslah ada instruction, and also the challenges during that time sikit kali saja manpower for the sound. So at the same time I was do the checking is it high or low, and then at the same time jadi fully for the first step. So I guess kalau in terms of sound mesti have certain number of manpower lah to do a perfect so that each person can concentrate their own roles during that sound and recording itu lah.
What were the motivations, or how did you feel about doing that bit?
It was quite an interesting bit because you get to talk to everyone who were involved in the production, and like you get to see their inside opinions on how they are feeling at the moment. Technically, I did not. I didn't have any particular shots that I was thinking of, but I guess in some vague points, like I had an idea of a shot, like such as like capture a moment when the people are acting while having the cameraman inside the shot. Yeah,
So basically, it wasn't planned.
it wasn't planned.
And then touching on lighting now, did you guys have any specific way of lighting things, or how do you guys feel happy about the lighting, or could it be more or less? On how is it communicating it with the director and DOP?
The lighting was kinda small for most of the set, and probably would prefer some big diffuser, or big one strong light and one big diffuser, so that it can light up the whole scene very well, or maybe a lot of multiple lights. Of course, we want more lights, the better. And then we try hard to avoid it getting in the shot as well. We have to move around those lightings, and we need to always ask the video operator to check if there's any of the light going into the scene, because it has happened that the shot was ruined because one of the light stand was there and they have to reshoot it again.
Probably one of the disadvantage saja. Most of our lighting requires wire, maybe. Probably ada yang lighting yang without any use of electricity. So that would be much easier for the shooting kali, especially yang ada dakaran macam pantai apa. So yeah.
Tapi problemnya saja that way is that powernya anda kuat. Itulah powernya anda kuat. So lighting anda sampai atau cuma itulah ya.
But what was the most challenging in terms of sound and in terms of lighting?
I would say moving the light when the camera moves. Yeah. Because we don't have that many lighting, so we have to work with one light and have to move according to the video operator. So yeah, if you slide like this, we have the lighting also needs to follow. Probably also the most important is how the light affects the image. Yes. So I'm not sure if we applied this in the video, but I think unintentionally we did it with the video operator. We moved the light so we have lighting here. So the angle of the light needs to be moved macam mana. So it depends lah. If you got more of this lighting from this side, more dramatic, and then kalau just normal lighting dari depan, so fill up the face. So we just move it like that lah, and then see mana yang appropriate. Kalau dramatic, we want it from the side. Kalau not dramatic, depan macam mana lah. Something satu lah. Yeah, that's the easiest part lah, I would say.
How do you guys feel about being part of the project, and what's your overall experience?
Sorry, aku main cakap saya. Sekejap, aku fikir dulu. Agak balik. What's your overall experience?
For me, it's good to know that filming a movie is not easy. It's not an easy task. It's like the pre-post, masa production, post lagi. We're really glad lah to help out to be one of the crews, and with experience, I learned a lot. Macam knowing apa tah?
Macam mana buat sound?
Yeah, the sound. Macam you can use stock sounds untuk the
footage.
Yeah, the footage. Macam doesn't have to be during that time juga. Can they record the first step? Can be additional sound. Itulah mostly I learn about sound.
So you don't need to find copyrighted sound on the internet.
Yeah.
it's a good learning experience. I would say yang I learn most useful dari sini is the way that ada discipline in the set, macam to be silent during the shooting, and then to know all the video sound is recording at the same time, and the lighting is ready and all that, and then communicating with the actors. From there, I learned quite a lot. Although I have to say, according to the timing is mostly unpredictable. May have scared some crews from coming, honestly. Other than that, it was a great experience, and I think it'll be good it's a good image for the whole Brunei to try to increase production value, and also the production cost. I have this theory kan Malik, apa ni, kenapa anda popular celebrity di Brunei sebabkan productions di Brunei ni anda mau and anda kena fun enough to do those many weird production videos macam music videos apa tu lah, ada that much lighting, set design and all that. Set design.
For my overall experience, I guess I feel quite lucky because I started out in this project as an intern, in which you tend to not expect, what's the word?
Experience.
Not experience like these kinds of things as an intern, and you get an inside look of how filming is made. Because like you would watch all those great movies and then you would wonder like sometimes like how is that made, and this is an inside look into it.
Do you guys think and feel that the limited number of people helps in a way, but it would also be nice if there were more people involved?
Definitely need more people involved. The more people, the better, because that will speed up the production. Although it's important job for director or producer to make sure things are going, people are utilized to the fullest, I guess, so that efficient lah, walaupun banyak orang, kita utilize more lah.
Tapi yang penting adalah macam even though ada ramai people, mesti ada roles given lah to every crew so that they know, and also masa apa tu, even not only during the shoot tapi before the shoot, maybe probably at least mention what are their roles for the certain scene, so that macam they feel macam not macam forced tapi dorang ada responsibility untuk datang the one of the scene lah. Kalau macam Hana suruh datang tapi they're not sure what's their job, macam apa tu specific job for the scene, so maybe they feel macam they're not sure they need it in this the scene atau tidak, macam ada sudah job benarnya tapi just in case atau ada extra job, something like that, itulah.
That's how the actresses and actors always come lah to the set job, because they're given the roles kan.
How do you guys feel about the pre-production planning? It's not enough obviously, but did that help in any way?
Pre-production, I came to one of the briefings too. It did help me understand the storyline, and therefore gets us ready for the real shoot. So we won't be surprised or anything.
Yeah, the pre itu pun I have to say okay benarnya, macam ada planning with apa tu call time, and then the scene macam mana. Itulah as I mentioned sejak, maybe the crews itu mesti ada specific roles lah for the scene
Production
productionnya. Itulah because I notice macam kesian juga ada some scene directors and producers buat kerja lain juga, dia jual sound, dia jual lighting, so payahlah kalau ada different job atau in one time? Yeah.
Tapi it's more of because the time is very unpredictable lah tu pulang tu, sebab kan orang dah tahu what time to commit juga. But I also mentioned this to the crews kan, macam mana untuk, and I can't promise them what time they should end lah juga. After ada tu, supaya lah, itulah saja I guess. Sebab kan patutnya ini barang ni patutnya juga supposed to be every day juga kan. Unless they are paid for an everyday punya tu, I think this should be no problem.
So how do you guys feel about collaborating in terms of resources?
Collaborate resources. It's a good idea because that way lower production costs, I would say. Tapi need to consider juga if barang rusak. Macam tu lah. Kalau barang rusak, where's the money coming from to pay that back? Juga, it's something to consider.
You guys mentioned this just now, but if you guys have anything else, your biggest takeaway or something that you learned from yourself, about yourself or about your colleagues or about the production or filmmaking in general?
I learned that it's nice to have a camera with a flip screen.
Better equipments lead to better production. The more production cost, the more funding there is, the better quality we will get out of this film.